What is a poison pill and why would a business want to use one? Well, a poison pill is a mechanism or strategy, if you will, where a company allows its shareholders to buy additional stock or shares in its business at a lower price. It does this to dilute the value of individual shares. It's often done in the case when there is a hostile takeover or threat of a hostile takeover or acquisition by a larger company. So when the smaller company does not want to be purchased or acquired by the larger company, they allow their existing shareholders to acquire additional stock, thereby diluting any value that the business trying to acquire them would have. It's often used as a defense mechanism in an attempt to avoid a hostile takeover. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. There is really two ways. One is the dilution of shares by offering them at a lower price to existing shareholders. The other is to allow shareholders to buy stock in the company that's trying to acquire them. Both are attempts to avoid the acquisition or takeover by the larger company and protect the company the way it is. The problem, however, is that sometimes a board adopts this measure in complete opposition to its fiduciary obligations to shareholders. So the board of directors is different from the shareholders, remember. The board of directors runs the main objectives of the business and then delegates duties to those below them, where the shareholders are typically just owners or stockholders in a company, and they don't have actual control over what the board is doing or the employees on a day-to-day basis. So shareholders might want the acquisition because they may benefit from the acquisition, and the board, by adopting a poison pill strategy, could then be in a breach of that fiduciary obligation to increase the value of shares for shareholders. We see this regularly when small businesses are being acquired by larger businesses, and there is the possibility for litigation where a board violates its fiduciary obligation, putting these poison pill strategies in place. So we currently have an issue with Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter, and the board last week, the board of Twitter adopted this poison pill strategy. What Twitter is going to be facing now is a potential breach of fiduciary duty obligation to its shareholders. And what's interesting is Elon Musk has gone to one of the shareholders of Twitter, the state of Florida. Now, the state of Florida is a shareholder in Twitter through its pension plan. And so now, Elon Musk is working with Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, to see if there is an opportunity there to file a suit against the Twitter board for its breach of fiduciary obligation to the shareholders, one of which is Florida. So this is going to play out in a very unique way. It'll be interesting to see the outcome, but it's likely that the board is breaching a fiduciary obligation to its shareholders by enacting this strategy to prevent Elon Musk from purchasing Twitter as a whole. So very interesting. I will continue to update you as this rolls out. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so, Katie Charleston Law. Here we discuss all matters of asset protection, business, trademarks, and estates.